Good morning, Year 2. Welcome back for some more division. Yesterday we did dividing by sharing, and today we're doing dividing by grouping. So we're going to start off with this calculation here. 12 divided by 4 equals. Now, we could solve it using the method yesterday of drawing a bar model and sharing out those 12 objects into 4 groups, or we can do it by grouping. So when we divide by grouping, it's quite useful to draw a little picture to help you out. So what we're going to see is how many groups of 4 make 12. So I'm going to draw in groups of 4, but counting up to 12, so I don't do too many things. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm stopping at 12 because that's the number that we're dividing with. I've drawn my 12 crosses in groups of 4 because I'm trying to see how many groups of 4 make 12. So now I need to count up my groups. So I've got 1, 2, 3 groups of 4. So 12 divided into groups of 4 equals 3 groups. So I'm going to write my answer 3 there. Let's try another one. This time we're going to do 14 divided by 7. So it's 14 divided into groups of 7. So this time I'm going to count up to 14, but I'm going to arrange my crosses in groups of 7. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm stopping at 14 because that was our target number here. I've put them in groups of 7. Now I've got to count my groups. So I've got one group of 7 and a second group of 7. So 14 divided into groups of 7 is 1, 2 groups. So I can write my answer there. Okay. Now this one I could have solved as, so I'm going to do another one now, but this one's a little bit different. We might try it a little bit differently. So let's have a go at this one. We're going to do 60 divided by 5. So I could start doing my groups. I want to find how many groups of 5 go into 60. And I could start doing my crosses. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, it's taking a long time. I'm only up to 15. I've drawn all these crosses. So when you've got a big number and it's a number you're dividing like 5 or 10 or 2 that you're good at counting in, what you can do is count in 5s or 10s or 2s until you get to your target number and count how many lots of 5 or how many lots of 10 or how many lots of 2 you've counted. So let me show you. We're going to stop when we get to 60. We're going to count in 5. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I counted 12 lots of 5. So I can write my answer as 12 because when I counted in groups of 5 up to 60, there were 12 lots of 5, 12 groups of 5 in that counting. Okay, let's try one more of those. This time I won't go quite so high. This time let's do 24 divided by 2. Okay, now you couldn't really see my fingers just then, so what I might do, I might almost do like a tally chart underneath to help us count up in our 2s so you can see where I'm up to. So we're going to count in 2s and we're going to stop at 24 and see how many groups of 2 make 24. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Counting in 2s. And I counted 5, 10, 11, 12 lots of 2 to make 24. Now if you're still finding it hard to count in 2s, 5s and 10s, that's fine. You can still draw all the crosses if you want to. it might just take you a bit longer. Okay, so when you do your division questions today, if you're dividing a small number, then draw the crosses to help you in those groups and count up how many groups you've got. When you get to some bigger numbers, you might find it easier to count in 2s, 5s or 10s and see how many lots of that number fit into your big number. Okay, happy dividing. Bye bye.